Hello and welcome to some mid-April, early April, it's April 12th, news. So let's go ahead and get through this. This is Everquest news. So first things first, bags are on sale right now, saved 10% on select bag bundles. And if we pop in game real quick, we can see right here that the games, they're about, let's call it $8 off. Give or take, yeah, 1,000. So about $8 off on these different bag selections, and you can get I believe this is 5 Journeyman pocketed bags, which I believe are 32 slot standard bags, and then I believe this is the Mega Rucksack, which is a 36 slot bag. Giant 100% weight reducing, and you get 5 of those in each of those bundles and whatnot. So let's pop back over here. So bags are on sale. This will go for until April 18th. So there you go. So you get kind of like a double discount also. You get the 10% off, plus if you're a gold member, you get another little bit off. So good discount if you need bags. The new UI engine update seems to have been delayed. As you see, as many of you already know, we're in the process of developing a whole new UI engine that will eventually improve the user experience in the game. In this post here, you can read about what is currently on the test server and available for test. For those who take time, we deeply appreciate it if you encounter a bug or an issue, you can post about it in this thread. But with all that said, we're going to give an update on the progress. Hopefully, based on the extremely helpful feedback we've received so far, current bug issues, and other important data we've gathered throughout this current testing session, we've decided to hold off on launching the new UI engine in April. Our current plan is to launch in May, which will allow us more time to ensure a smoother transition. Our deepest heartfelt thanks to everybody who tested it. So if you look in these threads, right, there's lots of bugs. And it's a whole new UI engine. It looks the same. I wish they kind of looked a little different, but I think maybe they'll do that later. But then they also released the test server patch notes, I guess yesterday. I'm a little bit behind. So yesterday at 12 p.m. So here we go. Items that have been changed for this test patch update for the test server. Runny Eyes Adventurer Head teleport item has had its casting requirement of Depths of Dark Hollow removed. Heritage crates have been altered so that they will not offer items that are not usable on your server at the time of opening, which is interesting. Ornate Restless Great Axe weapon ornamentation will now fit in one hand in hand-to-hand items. Ornate great axe. So let me see if we can find that one. Ornate restless. I guess it is not a shop one. It must be a different one. I'm not 100% sure what that one looks like, but we'll see what it looks like at some point. Restless Griffin and Restless Wolf saddles are now claimable when Shadow of Luckland is active. The Mask of Sparks illusion item should now be using its attended Arc Worker appearance. Evolving the Celeon Cloak have had their luck stat increased. So this is the Knight of Shadows Evolving Cloak you can get. Drop rates for the Luckanite laced poisons. Let's just say that instead of saying all those. The Knight of Shadow zones has been increased. See, fix some cases of misspellings of the word transvergence in some items and spell names. Change the name of Dentrix Dementia to Dentrix Dementia to match Dentric? What? The Mad and Valdholm, who drops it. Alright, I'm so not sure what I saw different here. Dentrix Dentritic. Ah, okay, so they took out the R. The hammer of magic line weapons proc now can be focused by sympathetic. Jeez, I cannot read at all. It's a theme on this channel. Sympathetic alleviation, alternate advancement ability. Updated NPC resistant checks against elemental weapon. Damage to apply full damage if the NPC is not immune to the resist type. Nice. So that means full damage on... so no more partial resist, right? So like you have 100-point damage and it only does 75. So I guess they will do the full damage every time, which is pretty interesting change, right? That's a buff increase, you know, possibly for a lot of classes that have procs and elemental weapon damage. So interesting. Misnomer. While on the quest, Captain Nalot and Iceclad and Wellno Tanlokian in Akanon now have a greater threshold for talking to people they may otherwise dislike. Change the way raid loot lockouts work. It should much more reliably apply only to raid boss pop going forward. I'm pretty sure that whole sentence will be changed before that goes live. The vintage toy ships and Stonehive achievement under event collections now grants AA and XP. That's nice. I already finished it. The Champion Night Shadow achievement no longer requires the following quest achievements: the Cunning of a Tiger, a Cunning Copycat, the Strength of a Wolf, Leader of the Pack, Bravery of a Bear, Bearer of the Bravery. I haven't done much with Knights of Shadow, so I'm not 100% sure what that is. Pit Fight Raid, the Stay Close achievement now works. Sorry. Under Siege Raid, we no longer refer to it as Under Siege when sending the success message. Edicanian Mutiny Raid, the Crystal Ken will not fight back. Retook the I have no idea how to say that word. I want to say inexplorable, but there's no P. Killing NPCs before reaching corresponding quests will now count those kills towards the quest completion. Spells. The Setting Sun and Rising Sun spells from the Shadows Move event will no longer zone the bearer. Alright. Beast Lord added all ranks of ferocity and shared ferocity to a spell stacking group to prevent lower ranks from overriding higher ranks. That's nice. AA abilities. Paladin fixed an issue that could cause force disruption to have no reuse timer. Interesting. Fix some typos and descriptions for the fighter archetype ability concentration. The Twin Proc AA ability will no longer affect player abilities that trigger other player abilities. Its effectiveness on proc should be unchanged. Updated the description for the Twin Proc to more accurately reflect the types of procs that it can twin cast. Ranks 3 through 6 of the Shadow Knight Focus AA Hasten Life Taps can now be auto-granted. So it's free AAs if you haven't gotten those yet. NPCs. Decrease the number of placeholders for rare spawn NPCs in the Shadeweaver's Tangle, Sonida's Shadow Zone, as well as lower the health of the placeholders. Overseer. Fixed a typo in the name of the Overseer quest, 1 Kobold's Garbage. Miscellaneous. The Heritage Crate Art Collector achievement will only show on progression servers if the expansion required for any of the components is open. This restriction lasts through Legends of Kesha. Any components that require later expansions are optional. Campfire and Guild Banner Pick zones will now be prioritized over group members when teleporting to either. Interesting. They updated the yell command to include the target's name. Added a new chat message in the zone with the zone name and ID of the group or raid leader when a member requests a new instance. UI. Spells activated from items now include the cast as level when displaying the spell description. Corrected the tooltip text of entries in the Shroud tab of the inventory window. Corrected an issue that prevented mouse from working as expected after camping to the character select screen. Fixed new UI engine elements not appearing in screenshots. Corrected missing recast time tinting and tooltips on the UI inventory slots. Fixed an issue with items quantities evolution percents and charges not displaying in the inventory window. Fixed a crash that occur when trying to use quantity window after zoning. Added a background color tint to inventory items. Previously updated, disabled the disconnect mechanism from pressing the same keys too many times on multiple clients on Cornarv. There we go. That's the patch notes. For the month, the UI has been removed and bags are on sale. So that is a mid-early April update for Everquest news. If anything else comes out between now and the end of the month, I will do an updated video. I expect there to be a patch next week on, I think it's next week, right? They should have it on the calendar here, right? So right here, yeah. On the 19th, there should be a monthly game update, which will have the test server patch notes. Should go live, and that should be good. And yeah, there we go. So there is all the news for the month. Thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic day.